right, here we are spectating viewer submission. Now, this was sent to me on Discord. If you guys have videos or gameplays you guys want me to break down to give you tips and tricks on how to improve as a player, send it to me over on Discord. We are spectating duos, Resurgence, Fortune's Keep. We've got no pings on where to go, but they are communicating clearly. And here we are about to actively get into it. I like how aggressive he's getting. Instead of sitting on the rooftop, just holding it, he instantly pushes in. Teammate in it right now. We need to try to help him out, and there we are. Again, playing close together, challenging together is a great way. Now, the question is, where's his teammate? If you're playing with randoms or not, if you're the random on a squad, just stick with your teammate. But you wanna have this. Notice the difference, even if he gets the knock. So if he would have got a knock right there, which he did, and his teammate was close, they might have been able to have a chance to win the gunfight. But we'll never know because people love playing by themselves. And I'm not telling you guys to hold hands and camp in corners. That's not what I'm saying. But you want to be close together like these two were to collapse on a player should you need to. Should one of your teammates get down, be close enough to round the corner and help him out before he gets executed. Right now, we're getting our stuff, but I fully anticipate they roll out. And if they don't, I need them to roll out. So we have a zip over here we can take to get to the pings that we're marking. Or we can just float our asses over there. Either way, let's go ahead and start getting aggressive on the players that we know exist. This is the point here. If you watch my video right before this, the moment we want to fight, the moment we cleared everything, as long as I had plates and a gun that I could use, I'm rolling out. We know there's a guy here. We've pinged him. We know there's a guy here. We know there's a guy here. When you start picking a fight, you want to get your kill count up. And the goal in this game is not to always drop 20s for every player. But again, if you want to get better at the game, you got to get in active gunfights. I got in 40 gunfights within 20 minutes. A lot of people won't get in 40 gunfights in a matter of a week. So you need to change that so you can get a lot more proficient with your gunplay. Be the shotgun mafkin man. Respect. All right, so again, like this right here is just, it's wasted momentum. Whether they win this game or not, again, this is just a generality of a statement. If you're trying to improve, I want to fight those guys. They're in a fight with another team. We saw it when we looked that direction. You see them fighting each other on the mini map. We need to go ahead and try our best to third party that and increase, again, our reps and kill count. All right, we need to push this. Good observation. No doubt. Now, it's questionable the moment the enemy got shot that he jumped over the railing. I think he panicked. You just need to go crouch. Play the railing. Use it as a heady. Play it up. Regain. But that's why I like the challenge. And honestly, good play on the enemy coming out here. He stayed behind his little hiding spot. Waited for us to push up. Utilized audio so he could slide on us, hopefully break the camera. And he did a good job, and he almost won the fight. He had the drop on us. He had us almost cracked. At this point here, he's not cracked. We're not cracked. It's just who follows up. And we're able to go ahead and get the kill on your boy. But honestly, good play from the enemy right there after he jumped into his fucking death. Oh, bitch, run. No. You can see the panic, bro. No. All right, so good job going back. And this is just paying attention to your surroundings. But the moment he got shot right here, this is where you just play it. Hit indicator said he got shot from this direction. That's the direction you get shot from. Just go behind the rock, finish plating up. The fact we went in the open right here, it's just wild in its own. And then you see him really start to panic. He shoots, he slides, he melees while getting shot at. If the enemy would have landed one more bullet, we would have died. Or I guess 2 more bullets. But he does bounce back to cover and plays his life. Now keep your eye on this guy over here. This guy right here, he might land on us. And to be fair, he probably should have.
I got one down. I got one down, John.
Crazy. Fucking crazy.
His teammates on him.
Yeah, beat him off. All right, so the enemy team just threw a 4v2 situation. Let's just rewind to this because they made a crucial mistake that teams always make. We got a knock. He knows his teammate's down. If he doesn't, he's blind because his screen should look like ours. Teammate down. We transition. We don't go for the full. We move off of them. We start shooting them. But the moment we realize our boy's getting executed, we go to transition. And still, he stays committed to the execute. Why? Because he wants his 0.5 KD up to go up to a 2.0 KD, which it never will because he plays like this. But he allows us to get the crack off. And then we switch weapons because taking the time to reload is going to be too detrimental to this fight.
I got one down, John.
So we push up.
He's trying to revive. His teammates on him.
And challenge these two players. Look in the opposite way. They're not using their audio. They had no idea we're here. If they did use their audio, they would know and they could have again 2v1. But he goes to challenge before plating up. This guy right here is just oblivious to the world. And then this guy here finally self-reses. And we beat him off like the man that he is. It's actually a 3v2. I apologize. The dude selfed. I thought it was one other player.
I fought them up, John. I fought them up. Good shit.
Yeah, honestly, good fight in that position too. We didn't just sit there and play the same angle trying to walk up. That's what they anticipated. We changed our angle and came up from behind. So we're at a spot now where yellow's getting shot at from this guy. I want to lay cover fire down on my teammate right here because he's got no plates. I don't know if he's looting right now. I don't even know if he can loot the enemies, but he is getting fucked up. And again, when my teammate's in trouble, you watch my last gameplay, I want to go ahead and get line of sight on him and try to help him out. If I can suppress the enemies long enough for him to actually get loot, we'd be in a good spot. Yeah, there's a guy here and a guy here. So they've triangulated this poor motherfucker. So again, he definitely needs our help.
Oh, radio.
Yeah, come on inside.
The problem is, I don't think he can break away.
I can't really contest that right now.
Okay.
He does break away. That's crazy. They let him escape that. Damn.
Yeah, they have green mark.
They're right here too.
Anarchist said he couldn't contest it. You can. You don't have to get the kill. You just want to lay down suppression, hit the enemy long enough for him to fall off. Right? Oh, I got to play it. Can't fight no more. You want to create pressure just to prevent your boy from getting shot in the ass.
Hey,
to be fair, the enemy team should have killed him. They didn't. I think we got lucky in that situation.
They had a team about to push me.
All right, good fight right there. We jumped, used movement. The enemy had a decent fight as well, so you just won your gunning. Nothing really there on mistakes. We both ran into each other. It is what it is. Real quick to answer a question in chat. King says, is it better to play on a monitor or a TV? It really depends on the TV. There are very few TVs that can give you the refresh rate you need and have the millisecond response time that you're going to need. I always say get monitors because it's got low millisecond. You're looking for 1 ms or below, and you're looking for a refresh rate that's comparable to your system. I'd say always at base minimum, get a monitor that gives you 144 hertz, period. 144 to 240, you'll feel a difference, but it's not going to change your gameplay as drastic as going from a basic TV to a monitor. To give you perspective, when I went from a TV to a monitor, all my friends played on monitors. They were all sweats. I was the worst one. When I went from a TV to a monitor, my gameplay drastically jumped. I went from like a 2.5 KD to a 3.5 KD. Not saying it was all monitor, but being able to have things in real time refresh better is always gonna be better. We've got enemies above us. Now, I hate the tunnel system personally. I think it sucks. I'd rather just being, in buildings and on a ground level. So that's why I like to play at. Too many rats like to play the tunnels. So again, if you're avoiding getting in fights in shitty areas, just avoid that. Avoid the tunnels in general. Now look, we can sit here all day and say like, do this strategy, you'll never die. The fact of the matter is Call of Duty caters to these players. They've given them Guardians, they've given them Bettys, they've given them Claymores, they've given them Guardians again, they've given them Riot Shields, they've given them suppression mines. We've got bomb drones now. We have the barricades. There's so many tools that these peasants can use to play like this. And look, I'm mad when I get killed by these guys, but I'm mad seeing it in general. Whether I'm spectating a player doing it, whether I'm spectating a player getting killed by it, watching this kills the coach inside of me because this guy will never, ever, 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 ever in his life get better at the game until he stops this. And eventually he will get bored of doing this and he'll move on to another game, probably Fortnite. When I give you guys tips on not to do this, it's not because it's savage, you're just salty because he gets killed by these guys. No, I get salty because players are actually stupid enough in real life to do dumb shit like this. I get salty because you're making the COD player base look like we have low IQ when we don't. This sucks, but good job getting out of there. Bad job on the enemy not getting a shot off on us. Crazy, but again, he's playing like that. He can't aim because he's not getting his reps in. And we bail out together.
Bruh,
now he panicked in that situation. For sure.
Fucking cunts, man.
I feel that. Yeah, the game sucks. I get it. Good job bailing away. I would have just stayed committed to it. I like the fact he turned around and threw something to kind of try to suppress. So I see what he did right there. And I did this yesterday in my gameplay. I was being chased. When I was running like this, I just instantly threw a Simtex right at the ground. He threw whatever the that was. I would have threw the molly at the ground, but he hit the wrong button. And then he meleeed. So get panicked. It's fine. I still panic too. It happens. All right. No one's perfect. But you had the right idea, just the wrong execution. Good idea, though. So if you are getting chased or anticipate getting chased and you have a lethal, just throw it at the ground. Give yourself separation from the enemy, allowing you to play it up.
Three right here, bro. Three right here while I'm there. Fuck. That's the same thing. I seen it earlier.
Someone just fart? Yo, your boy lighting it up. Folk just fucking shitting himself. Stop it. Folk. Oh, listen, I'm not even kidding. Listen. Am I lying? All right, good job with the drop shot, but you got to be very careful about drop shotting for shit like this. So again, I comment on the drop shotting, but he probably would have died nonetheless. I'm just, again, speaking more in generality. Be careful with your drop shots for reasons like that. Now, Resurgence is a bitch. You don't really always need to land on your loadie or land on your loot. You can really win games with ground loot and Resurgence, and that's the beauty behind the mode. You can get kills, steal people's loadouts. It is what it is. Of course, you'd rather have yours, so if it's safe, go for it. But like, if your shit's in a bad spot, team's camping it, don't try it. Just play your life, bro.
All right.
Bro, come on, man. Gas moving.
Hey, I know. Oh shit.
Good comms from the teammate. Good comms.
Already.
Good comms.
Fuck it.
Now, I like bomb drones. I like recon drones. Throw them up, see what's around you, and play your life. You don't have to live in the host things. Just throw them up, check what's around you, and bail out of it. I see a lot of people sitting there flying them around until the battery runs out, and then you get killed by gas or you get killed by an enemy. You don't have to do that. Now, I will say this before we get into this fight. We don't need to get in this fight. This is unnecessary. Once you get your reps in, but the circle's moving in. The circle is actively closing in. We have people behind us. We're going to have people holding us in the zone, and we have these guys as well. I would say this fight, and I would go ahead and position myself on edge of gas, play a building, play some cover, and gatekeep these poor bastards. They may be able to escape and go under us, but at least try our best to hold them instead of contesting in, because even if we go in here and kill these guys, there's probably gonna be a team holding us. So I'd rather just play my life and get safe. That's really the thing I would focus on in this position here.
Not that, bro.
Good challenge by the enemy. Good movement. Great job of throwing the nade and dipping the. Oh no! Don't die to your own nade. Now I do want to point out we had a plate box in the gas. We didn't pick up plates. We really should have, but it is what it is. Guy to our left-hand side.
Damn.
Decent awareness from the enemy. So again, like this is really the position I was talking about. I would have rather have rotated here, kept the high ground, rotated up, and then shot down on these guys. Folk had a good job adjusting to the situation. He died there. He decided to land back and get a good position. That's really what we should have did from the get-go. And your kill count would definitely increase when you're killing all the guys. There was a guy that parachuted. There's a guy down here. This guy, these guys right here. These are easy kills we probably could have got at. I'm not sure where he got down from, and neither is he, which is why we're rezzing here. So I'm not going to really say we're vulnerable because we don't know what shot us. There's still 17 enemies up.
Good shit.
And this, again, is a position you really don't want to be in. Playing the edge. I don't like being down on the ground level. That's personal preference, though. You can still clap cheeks on the bottom level. But the odds of getting good weapons is by fighting people up top. Because most of the time when people on the ground level, they're camping. They don't have their shit. They feel they're unconfident. And they're just camping. So I'd really rather get people up top's weapons so we can actually get some kills. Not to mention, again, when you gatekeep, you run into a situation like this. You've got 2 teams here. You've got 5 players right here. You've got 3 guys right here. And they're not safe. So if we position at this building, we can get these easy ass kills, assuming they don't jump down. But regardless, these guys can definitely be ours for the taking. Again, getting your reps in is not always about pushing everyone you see and being aggressive. A lot of times it's about getting position and holding. The best way to practice is shooting bitches that are playing the edge as they run in like little ants and they're not shooting back. That's the easiest way to really get your accuracy and your aim locked in.
So just go ahead and try to take the shit.
Make sure you guys are gatekeeping your butts off.
Oh, are you up top?
So again, right now we have miscommunication. He's asking if he's on top. If he is on top, which I think he is, we're completely separated. This is how you get picked a lot. This is kind of how Yellow died earlier. It's how he died both times. We've really not been playing together since the beginning of the game.
I want to talk to you.
Yeah, I wish you came down with me.
Yeah, and we need either he come down to us or we go up to him. Either way, we need to get together because he has no plates. We are limited on loot. We have ground loot weapons. We really don't have things we're good with in gunfights. And if we run into a 1v2, even though I said earlier, winning with ground loot is possible, you really don't want to take on a team of 2 with the loadout weapons with ground loot. If you both have ground loot, it's way more feasible. He goes down. Again, not surprised.
Cause I ain't heard shit. Ain't use no motherfucking stuff.
Now, look, audio in Urzikstan is crucial. Audio in this map's crucial, but it's going to be hard to hear shit when you have clusters, precisions, vehicles driving around, people's voice comms, and on top of that, the fact that there's so many teams right now, there's 9 teams, 18 players in this small zone, you're going to have a lot of audio going on. So audio cues will get canceled out. If you have a precision or a cluster over you, you're going to hear that more than you're going to hear the audio.
Well, you ain't using no stealth at all.
And look, now that we have Resurgence right here, instead of, and I get it, I gripe and I bitch too. Right here, we need to start locking in. All right, what's the plan? Am I coming down to you? Or are you coming up to me? Where are we going? What is the play? Because we haven't really calmed a game plan at all, which leads me to believe we have no game plan. We're kind of just playing and going with the flow. And honestly, dude, if you're trying to win games consistently, you have to have game plans. You have to make strategies. You have to be pre-thinking into the future while still take caring of the present. You almost have to have two brains thinking at the same time. Being ADHD, that's what helps us a little bit, to be honest. All right, working our way up, and again, playing the edge. We have enemies over here. Of course, he died over there, so you can always assume the enemies are still there. So we're going to have two teams to worry about as we rotate in. I'm curious to see if he fights them first, which he might. Uh-oh. You spend all that money for this skin, just die like that. That's wild. This is crazy. Two tips for this. One, he wasn't camping. We heard his footsteps running to us as we took the zip, right? Let's listen. I heard that. But you don't want to play point blank because all we got to do is hip fire you, right? Hip fire is way more accurate if we're in our face. You want to play back, play the wall, right? Play cover. There's no reason for you to check it like that. That's just wild. He has to come up. He's got no other way around. He has to come up. He can play the gas if he wants, but good luck, bitch. But Shaggy, absolutely wild for that play. We should have died, to be honest.
That's bullshit, man.
And again, without game plans, you will have very limited success. You might be able to win, you might be able to pull it off, but it's gonna be a lot harder. You have to game plan, and they have voice comms, and they're common decently when it comes to fights they're near. But as far as, again, game planning, we have none. Again, watch my live streams when I'm playing, and notice our planning. Whether we win or not, we're still having game plan. What is he eating? That's not a bad precision.
I don't have a gas mask for it, do I?
Definitely don't. I would have taken that precision up. I think you can fight your way out of there. We had one guy in front of us. Now we got everyone on UAV. That was awkward.
We got 9 people.
No,
I gotta mute my mic so you can hear everything.
Oh, copy.
Good comms. Good comms. I fuck with it.
Appreciate you.
If you didn't hear him, which you probably did, he's muting his mic so that he can focus up, which is what you should all do. I play with teammates all the time, daily. When they're dead, they're just talking. They're telling life stories. They're doing this. I'm in the middle of a fight, a 1v4, playing my life, and you can't because you just hear and just people just fucking screaming and bitching. If you're dead, shut up. Now we have a buy station. We talked about it last video. Do not risk your life and die to get a buy off. It's being clustered. There's 3 teams left. You know there's enemies playing the buy. If we go there and even if we successfully get the buy off and we die, guess what? We don't have weapons anymore, and your boy comes back with nothing, and you lose the game. So at this point here, yes, I like that. So at this point here, what he said, let them kill each other, right? You want the numbers to dwindle down as much as possible. We're outnumbered. It's duos, but as they're killing each other off, not only are you finding out where they're at because they're pinging, right? Boom, boom. You already got eyes on 2 enemies. There are 5 left. The numbers will get taken out. You're getting intel, and also you can jump up for the third party.
Bobby back, but don't risk it if you ain't got to.
Yeah, good comms.
Yeah,
see, that's being a good teammate right there, right? Circle moves in 0.2 seconds. We get circle favor. We can really play the fuck out of this.
That's why I can't go over.
I would start, honestly, with the pre-rotate and get position because, I mean, this is going to be easy cleans, especially since they're still fighting each other. I like it. Good pre-rotate. He sees the higher ground. He's going for it. And honestly, the enemies, shame on them for not like watching this pre-rotate. On top of that, I'd kind of play the right side of this box because if you go back, this has a better line of sight on everyone over here, and you can still peek this direction. Since we're hugging this side, we really can't see anyone pushing our right, which I know is where people are going to be pushing to because there's 3 teams left and they're all trapped in here. The enemies by the buy, they could go through there and die, but if I'm that team, I'm jumping over here and I'm playing the left side of this, or I guess our right side, their left side of this zone. Enemy footsteps to the left. We're rotating to the right. Here we go. This is a better position.
Ooh, bad, man.
It's all right. It's all right, bro. I'm not mad at missing shots as long as you hit some. Get enemy rotating to the right. And again, we have leverage. We're backing up, but I don't want to be afraid to peek this. It's a 1v1v1.
Ooh.
Okay, they're both now under us. Jump down on that fight. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to jump down. Just play the ledge. And I think he's below us more.
Underneath.
Yeah, there you go. Honestly, on the enemy's part, good play trying to rotate and do a different little flank, change his position. But when you climb these ladders, listen to the ladder audio. You can hear it, right? Puts you in a really rough spot. It is what it is, but it was a good play nonetheless. And again, just the fact we pre-rotated, and good win, by the way. Just the fact we pre-rotated really gave us that leverage. If we would have hesitated, if we would have sat there just being scared like a lot of the guys we spectate, he would have lost that gunfight. But GG's.